and welcome. I'm Ben, LIMUN University's Secretary General for the upcoming year. I'm currently based in a small village near Bath in southwest England. Following our Secretariat's collection series on social media, the entire team is really excited to share some of their favourite lockdown literature to help discover the world through new perspectives. So, without further ado, I'll hand you over to my wonderful team to tell you all about what they've been reading, listening to, and watching this summer.
Hello, my name is Kevin. I'm LIMUN's Deputy Secretary General this year. I'm currently based in Taiwan, where I'm originally from, and today I'd like to share with you Rob Schmidt's Streets of Eternal Happiness, Big City Dreams Along the Shanghai Road. As national responses to COVID-19 lay bare the growing geopolitical struggles, the need to understand different mindsets, cultures, and nations, and to separate government from its people have never been more pressing. Schmidt's Streets of Eternal Happiness not only paints a vivid portrait of my favorite city, but by interviewing Shanghai's local residences, it sheds light on their hopes and dreams as they embark on their pursuit of happiness, their Chinese dream. As the world is increasingly drawn into us versus them battle lines, the Street of Eternal Happiness reminds us that beyond our governments and their political rhetoric, we're not so different after all. Perhaps, just perhaps, a Taiwanese kid can fall in love with the Chinese city.
Hi, my name is Luna and I'm USG Applications for LIMUN 2021. I'm currently in The Hague where I was raised, but I'm Belgian and Spanish. I'm going to be talking about my favorite book, Fascism: A Warning by Madeleine Albright. Madeleine Albright started out as a Czechoslovakian refugee of the Holocaust and later became the first female US Secretary of State. Her book is a fascinating exploration of the insurgency and nationalist rhetorics that we are seeing all around the world and gaining traction for the first time really since the Second World War, as well as connecting them to the political structures of the past. Her book means a lot to me because it highlights exactly why I chose to study international relations in combination with history, and to me it's the exact definition of Santayana's phrase, "Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it."
Hi, my name's Alex and I'm this year's USG chairing. I'm currently in Guildford, a town on the outskirts of London, although, as any Londoner will tell you, it's firmly not in London. One of my favourite books that I frequently revisit is Persian Fire by Tom Holland. Persian Fire describes the rise of the Persian Empire and their encounter with the city-states of Greece in the Greco-Persian Wars, followed by the Peloponnesian Wars. Persian Fire doesn't just describe the lives of the most famous characters of these stories like Xerxes, Pericles or Alcibiades, or just the most pivotal battles. Persia expanding towards Greece was the first major, spectacular meeting of East and West in international affairs, and Persian Fire explores the impact that it had across diplomacy, warfare, trade, and the cultural resonance it had in the Mediterranean in subsequent centuries. The ancient world offers so many historical and cultural parallels to modern international affairs, and Persian Fire is a great insight into some of history's earliest and most exciting diplomatic flashpoints.
Hello, I'm Sabas, USG Academics. I'm currently based in my hometown of Nicosia, Cyprus, and I'll be sharing a few thoughts on why we should always think carefully about the geo in geopolitics, and I'll be introducing you to a personal favorite, Prisoners of Geography. Ever wondered why the USA grew to be a superpower? Or why African geopolitics always seems so complicated? After reading Tim Marshall's masterpiece, you will be able to answer these questions and many more. This is not a book you will read once and then forget about. You will find yourself wanting to come back to it every time you read about global politics and current affairs. How human history has been influenced by geography is often overlooked, but this book does exactly what it says on the cover. It puts the geo back into geopolitics.
Hi everyone, my name is Sharon and I'm the USG Communications. Currently, I'm based in my hometown of Toronto, Canada, and one of the authors back home who has inspired me most over the years is Madeleine Thien, particularly her novel Do Not Say We Have Nothing. While it may not be the conventional read for international affairs, it does provide a reflective account of China's Cultural Revolution and its existential impact on society, from the cultural upheavals to the political and creative repression of classical musicians at the time. What made the novel particularly effective for me, however, was the use of fractured narratives to depict the connected experiences of successive generations, and also the motif of fate. I find this increasingly relevant to the current global landscape, as it symbolizes the need to effect positive change now in order to pave a brighter future for generations to come, much in line with the goals of UN 75.
I'm Lizzy, USG External Relations, and I'm from Bedford. In a time when the news is dominated by Twitter debates and divisive headlines created to divide us, understanding the nuances behind the headlines can seem a daunting task. For me, that's where the Guardian's Today in Focus podcast comes in. Each episode examines a global news story, from the COVID-19 crisis to racism in British schools. I personally find it a powerful and often quite moving insight into current affairs. Plus, the host, Anushka Astanan, always finds something to feel hopeful about. If, like me, you're looking for a way to understand global issues, and particularly those that are outside of your field of study, the Today in Focus podcast is a great place to start.
Hey guys, I'm Constance, USG Logistics for LIMUN UC, currently based in Hong Kong. 2020 has been a year of unprecedented events which disrupted the plans and thoughts we once believed were so indefinitely set in stone. This motivates me to share one of my favorite quotes from the novel, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, which I believe strongly resonates with everyone. At a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what's happening to us, and our lives become controlled by fate. That's the world's greatest lie. Apply this in a personal, societal, or political context. We can't always wait for life to unfold in front of us. We each hold the responsibility to take action and dictate our futures, from achieving individual aims to fighting for justice in our communities. Amongst all, we must not disregard those around us, our friends, our family, our mentors, who constantly support us on our journey. And I hope your LIMUN experience will too.
Hello everyone, I'm Siddharth and I'm the USG Finance for LIMUN UC. I'm currently in Dubai where I was born and raised, but I'm from Indian origins. A book that has helped me gauge a different perspective of the world is Freakonomics by Stephen Levitt and Stephen J. Dubner. The front cover of the book starts off with a pretty bold statement: a rogue economist explores the hidden side of everything, and it truly lives up to its expectations. From comparing real estate brokers to drug dealers, to claiming that a 50% cut in presidential campaigns causes a mere 1% loss in votes, this book truly covers almost all aspects of the world. It has taught me to look at the world through a different lens and has made me understand the psychology behind economics. It's a must-read if you're interested in dorky facts or just want to read about a rogue economist's expedition of the world.
Hello everyone, my name is Joanna Vemu and I'm calling in from Greece. I will be the USG personnel for LIMUN this year. A documentary that shaped my view of the world and inspired me for a better future is Anthony Bourdain's series Parts Unknown. Greece is a nation that frequently experiences tension with its neighbors, but the thing that unites us is our culture and our food. For this reason, I was inspired by this documentary because it brings people together through food and through interacting with different cultures. As a person that joined MUN for fun, and because I believe that MUN brings people together, this documentary really spoke to me, and I really encourage you to see it if you're inspired for a better world.
Okay, so that just leaves me. My choice is a book called A Better Planet, 40 Big Ideas for a Sustainable Future by Dan Esty. I'm currently working for Dan's research centre, helping him edit his next couple of books, so I guess you say I'm a little bit biased, but this book offers a glimmer of hope for a better world. There's really something for everyone in here, whether interested in environmental science and policy, law, or even finance, with essays from world-leading academics, activists, and business professionals. The book's lessons of opportunity and incentives are now even more important, as the United Nations has recently announced that we are far off track to meet the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. So, there you have it folks. That's our team of 10 students representing 8 universities and 8 countries across 12 hours of time zones. Organising our meetings right now is proving rather difficult. Hopefully you all enjoyed our recommendations. We also want to hear what you've been reading too, so check out the comment section below for our audience collection submissions. We have some really exciting announcements coming soon, so please stay tuned for updates. In the meantime, we hope the entire LIMUN family, whether you've been a delegate, a chair, or just love sharing social media posts, have a lovely summer. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.